Welcome back, folks, to Let's Play Pitman, and when last we left off we may have been bamboozled, but no longer will that be so, for I think I have the solution to this level. What I was missing was that I wasn't doing that. That allows me to move these boulders over to here, which then means that I can make a platform to get over to the monster that I couldn't get over to before. We can then get you, we can't get you if we leave this area, and then we want to move here, and move this rock over to here so that we can make half of the platforms we need to get to the monster all the way up there. We're going to get rid of you two, and then we're going to move that there. If we don't do that, then we would most certainly get stuck. But we did do that, so we didn't get stuck, which means that we can then kick you in the face, and then, finally, we can kick you in the face to get past level 87, and move on to level 88. We're very close to 90, very close to nearly completing the game, but there's still more to do. Level 88 is, oh dear! This looks quite tricky, and I think what we need to do is we need to get rid of as many of these as possible, and then we need to make it so that we can make a line of the monsters at the bottom that we can then easily hit. Let's do this first, shall we? Like that, and then we'll go over here. We have those two that we can't get, that's fine. And then we'll get these two here and that one there. Now I think if we do get rid of these two and then we don't move this boulder over to the right, we are going to get into an unwinnable situation. So we're going to do this, and then we're going to slowly start getting rid of all of these monsters until we get to a point where we cannot get rid of more without getting rid of that bottom line. There we go, very carefully we're going to do this, and I think that is nearly there. We want to also... No, we did not want to get rid of you. Let us very quickly... There we go. We'll keep you there. And then we'll go all the way around here, and then get all of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 kicks to the face. Marvellous. We will then get you, and then 1, 2, 3, and 4. Victory! Let us move on to level 89. Will it be hard? Most certainly. But can I do it? There's only one way to find out, and that is to try. Okay, there are 3 monsters. We have to get rid of the one on the right last, because we have to move 2 boulders over into that hole. There is 1 monster here. We don't want to get rid of that one first, I believe. We want to get rid of the one at the top part of this bit first. And I think if we do that, we can then move this boulder over to here, which then means we can kick this boulder over to here, and then get rid of that monster. Some of the levels are quite straightforward, even though we're on the later parts of the game. Some of them are just far more simple than any of the others. This one is one of those levels. We'll do this and that, and I think we've pretty much done it. We then need to go over here, kick this over here. We can then use the ladders that are beneath us to get all the way back around, and once we've done that, we can then kick this boulder over to there and get to you. I thought I was safe. No one is safe. Well, you shouldn't have cursed us. I know you didn't curse us in particular, but we need to clear that curse, and we have to do this by getting through all of these levels. Level 90. Okay, being Catgirl right now is not good, and I think we have to go here. If we don't go here, we can't get to the top, and we need to get to that monster at the very top. Otherwise, we cannot ever get to that monster unless we do it right now. Let us get rid of this, and I think you actually have to stay there right now, so we can do this. And then you need to switch over there. We'll kick this over here, there, and then do this. We'll kick this over, and then you want to go over to here. And then I think what we want to do is we want you to go over and get this one, like that. And then you want to do this, and then that, because we need Catgirl to get this one first, so that we can then get Catboy to get this one next. And ha-ha! Level 90 is done! The final countdown of the levels begins. Level 91 is upon us. It's going to be a tricky one, but there are only these 10 levels to go. Let's see what it is. It looks like it's relatively tricky, because we're going to need to get all of those rocks over to there, but we're also going to need to get to this ghost over here. We only have 5 rocks, though. Maybe we need to use one of the ghosts to provide a platform. That could very well be what we need to do. Or then again, we could use Cat Girl or Cat Boy as a platform as well. That could also work. Okay, first things first, we need to do that, and then we need to, do we want to actually hit you? I'm not sure that we do. So let us do that for now, and then this. And then actually I think we want to do this. No, that's a really poor plan, isn't it? That's a really poor plan, because if we decide to do this, then you're going to land down there, and then we won't actually be able to hit you. So we might as well just hit you right now, but we are going to put you down here. Or do we have to do that right now? Let's see what happens if we do. I think it's not going to end well, but it might. Okay, let's push this rock over here, get rid of you, and then we can get... if we decide to try and get you right now, that's going to end in our defeat, isn't it? Because we can't actually then get over to this area, because we can't get back up. So we can't do that. Not right now, anyway. If we push all of these rocks over, though, maybe that might do better. But we probably can't do that. We can't do that without that monster that was at the beginning. We need that monster. That monster there is one that we definitely need. So we're going to push this rock here. Then we're going to push this rock here, like that. Then we're going to get rid of you and push this rock here, like that. And then we're going to get rid of you. And then we're going to... no. What we need to do is we need to actually use somebody else as a platform. For the third rock should not actually be a... should actually be Cat Boy. Cat Boy should be that third platform. Because if Cat Boy isn't that platform, then things are not going to end well. What we want to do now is we want to, let's see, do this here. And then we want to do this, get you, and we then want to do this. Okay, this is a little bit more complicated than I'd anticipated, because now we actually can't get over to here. We can't get over to this monster without Cat Boy being here. Maybe we need more of the monsters to help us out. That's probably what we need. So let's try this again. This time we want to, we want to leave you there. We also want to leave you there as well. We want to get rid of you, though. There we go. We'll push that over there. We'll then put you down here. Then we will do this, and then we'll hit you. We'll then do this, and then that. That is what I actually wanted to do. We'll then push this over here, like that. Hit you, and then you, and then you, like that. And I think that should be sufficient, because if we then do this, you'll be there, and that is brilliant! Level complete! Excellent! Level 91. Done. Time for level 92. Alright, Catgirl. Can we do this? Well, there are both Catgirl and Catboy here, and there is only one enemy. We need to get over to that side over there, and that's going to be a bit tricky because we need to get some rocks over there. So we're going to do this first, and that was not right. We need to reverse time here so that you stay there, so that then you can go over here and move that rock. There we go. Then we want you to go over here like that. And that's not right at all. That's really not correct. But I think I know what I'm doing wrong. What I'm doing wrong is that there's this dirt here that I also need to get rid of. There we go. So we'll then do this, and then we'll change over to Catboy. Then we'll do this like that. We'll then switch over to Catgirl, who can then move over here, and then kick this over to there, and then kick this over to here like that. Problem being now is that we don't have an easy way to get over to this side. Or do we? I think we do, actually. No, we may do? Maybe? If we do this and get this over here, we can then do this, and that's not what we want to do. We don't want all of these rocks here. We want one of them to get over to that far right side. So let's try this again. We'll do this, and we'll do this. We have to do this so that we can get over to here. That's what we need to do. Then I think actually what we want to do is we want to do this, and then if we do this, will that be sufficient? Because then we can do that, and then this. Will that work? Then we could go and do this. Okay, that's not quite what I wanted to have happen. Let's reverse time a bit more. And we actually want to switch over here, so that you go over here, and you can move this here, and this to here, and then we can do this, and then you can then go over to here, do this, and we have a problem in that we can't actually get Catgirl over to this side. So close and yet so very far away. We will get there, though. I think I'm getting close. We want to have that gone, certainly. And we want to do this so that then Catboy can get over to here. We definitely want that to happen. And then we want to... Oh, wait, there's something else that we need to do. There is something else that we need to do, and that is that we need to be able to go all the way around multiple times. That's going to be tricky. So we've got you here right now. What we want to do is we want to, see, if we do this, we get you down here, and then we... Okay, that's probably not what we want to do, because we want to actually get rid of that piece of dirt, don't we? We want to get rid of that piece of dirt. We can't do that while you're there like that. So we'll do this, and that's not going to do it either. That is a poor idea. A very poor idea indeed. If we do that, and then we do this again, and then we move over like that. That is a terrible plan. It is not working at all. But if we do that... Nope, that's even worse. That is a really poor idea. It's not right whatsoever. Back to square one, I think, and maybe I'm doing something a little bit wrong. I think it might be here that I'm doing something incorrect. What if I were to just leave you there instead of actually doing something else? And then I have you move oh, that is quite good, because then we can have you go over to here, and then we can use you to push various rocks over there like that. And then we can have you go over here into this hole, and then we need to make sure that we can get a... Yep, that should be sufficient. No, wait, it isn't sufficient, because now we're so very close and yet so very far away. Because clearly that's not what we need to do. What if instead I just do this, and then that? That will do it, because now we can go all the way around, and then we can slowly start moving these various rocks. Starting with this one, and then we need to move the other two rocks, and then we will have completed this level at long last. We'll then move this rock here, and then this rock here, and then the level will be complete. Marvellous. Goodbye, monster! Goodbye, level 92. We're getting quite close. Not close enough, though. Alright, Catboy. Level 93. Okay, we have various boulders, and we have various ghosts. Now, I think the ghosts are not going to be interconnected in such as a way that we're going to have to use each one of these to get to each selection of ghosts separately, because you're being blocked by rocks from these ones, and yet you're being blocked by rocks from the other ones. Maybe we need to be very careful as to how we move forward. Because if we were, for instance, to just do this and then charge forward here and get these two, we then cannot get to these two. That's not going to work because we are now trapped, and because we are trapped, we are now doomed. That is not the solution, clearly. We could do this, and then we can get to these two. That is part of the solution. But we can't get to these two. You're gonna have to get to those two, I think, Cat Girl. Now, we can't get you to just go over there, though, because if we do that, this rock is going to get in the way, and then you're going to lose. We can just get to these two, though. These two are easy enough to get to. And if we do that, we can get to these two easily enough. But now, actually, we can get both of them on the same side, but if we do that, we won't actually be able to do anything on this side, because that boulder will then get in the way, and we don't want that, do we? We definitely don't want that. We want this boulder to, we want a lot of boulders, actually, but these ghosts are most certainly very cleverly placed. These are some tricky puzzles. Are the puzzles tricky? Well, of course they are, because we're right at the end. But maybe I'm not so far off the solution. I probably am very far off the solution, though. If I do... okay, that's not right. None of that is right. The problem is that there is this large blocking barrier in the middle. If there wasn't that blocking barrier, this would be far easier, but it is. And, but it is there, so this is not so simple. Plus, there are also all these boulders. If the boulders weren't here, admittedly, this puzzle would be over in about 5 seconds, because we then just go in and crush all of these ghosts. What if we just get these ones first? Okay, getting those ones first means that we are then stuck, so we cannot do that. We can't go and get those ones. Bad idea. A very bad plan. But we can get the ones at the very top. I don't know if we're meant to get the ones at the very top first, but we can certainly try. There we go, they are gone at least, and we can get access to one of these ghosts. Okay, we can get access to both of them. The problem being then is that we can't get access to any of those ghosts over there, but we can get Catboy to get... ooh, hang on. What if I were to use that there? And no, that's not actually going to work, because you're going to have to move at some point, aren't you? You are going to have to move. I was thinking of having one of you hold that up while the other one went over and destroyed some of the ghosts, but that's not going to work. This level is certainly stumping me. And if I were to use some of these boulders here, the problem is I can't get access to, let's see, if I do that, that means that I'm pretty much just stuck. Because we now have a big pile of boulders here, we could do this though, which then means that I can get those, but now I definitely cannot get that one. That one is most certainly stuck. That one has to be accessed from that side, and there's another one over there that has to be accessed from that side. So those ones definitely need to be got by the people on their side, so we can do that there, like that. It's a tricky one, but if we think about the fact that they have to be done first, maybe we can, there we go, if we do that, like that, and then we do this one, like that, maybe it's just a question of figuring out the correct order of doing them, and then once you get them in the correct order, you can then just solve it. We can go up here and get these ones easily enough. And you're going to have to go and get that one, Catboy, at the very end, aren't you? You're going to have to get that one. Or maybe not at the very end. Maybe you're going to have to go get that one quite early on, because we have to get this one as well. And we don't have a way to get there because we have got rid of those ghosts that we would have used to use as platforms to get over there. I'm going to have to think about this one a little bit. These are the final puzzles, it is to be expected. But when we come back, folks, the final levels of the game. I can't guarantee that I'll get through all of them next time, but I'm getting very close. And when you get very close, the levels will get exceptionally difficult. Maybe even impossible. I do remember having a look at level 99 once, when I was like, oh, what's the final level like? I took one look and went, oh, that's what the final level's like, and then I couldn't even get started on trying to figure it out. To be fair, I didn't have all of the knowledge of how to solve various puzzles that you do gain by going through the whole game. And so, I'll catch you next time, folks, and I'll see you then. Later.